Hello, dear friends. The party told you to reject the evidence of your eyes and ears. It was its final and most essential order. George Orwell, 1984. Opinion piece. Critical phase. Audits. War on VAT. Unstoppable. Dirty laundry. Domino effect. Embezzlement. Amazing things. Positive timeline. Panic of darkness. Threats against Elon Musk. Truth revolutionizes everything. Let's start. We have just entered the most critical, difficult and challenging phase of this transformation process. On Tuesday, February 11th, an emergency was declared. In 72 hours, all hell will break loose, said Caroline Bessette Kennedy on Telegram. And 3 days have already passed since the announcement. Meanwhile, the new administration is dismantling a massive fraud at breakneck speed. According to Mike Adams, amazing things are happening right now. History is unfolding in real time. Mass arrests are yet to be seen publicly. Catching the bad guys is the easy part. The hard part is building a better world. Elizabeth Warren said 15 years ago, when that much money disappears, it is usually because someone has broken some law somewhere. Trump's domino effect, according to Space Commando. Domino pieces are falling all over the world as a result of the mandate given by the people. The sovereignty of the people is being accepted and the old world order is being destroyed. Dark side players are panicking, and people now see that there are rats everywhere. The Dodge Department of Government Efficiency is setting up a transparent system so people can see everything. Phases 1 and 2 are happening right now. Once people see the betrayal they have committed, we will move on to phase 3, justice. Who is behind Trump and Musk? Asks Lorenzo C. In quotes, I don't think they are the ones behind the revelations. I think they are in their place to be frontmen. According to Mr. Ed, Trump and Musk represent an operation involving other planets that are here to help us. This is definitely a revolution, and as has happened with other revolutions, people are rushing to get their hands on physical assets. Tariff threats have created such strong demand for UK-held gold that traders are facing queues that could last weeks for a chance to remove it, as market players rush to ship the metal to the US to take advantage of the rising gold price. First wave. On Wednesday, February 12, 2025, a stock market crash occurred that was considered a black swan event and promoted a national security alert, according to JFK Awakening on Telegram. Within hours, more than $1 trillion in market value was wiped out, triggering a financial crisis. This was not just a market crash, but an economic bloodbath. This is just the first wave, but more may come. Investors rushed to dump their assets, trying to escape the crash before it got worse. The elite knew this was coming and acted fast. Just days before the crash, a silent but massive sell-off began. The richest and the most powerful figures in the financial world dumped their shares at a rapid pace. suspecting that collapse was imminent. They saw what was coming and took the lead, leaving everyone else to pick up the pieces. Intuition. According to Celia Wilder, we have entered the most challenging phase. Many of you are increasingly sensing that something very big is about to happen. This collective intuition is accompanied by serious concern regarding the actions of the cabal, which seems to be conspiring to undermine this transformation. Right now, we are going through one of the most difficult phases of this transition. It might be difficult to cope with the revelation of truth, particularly when it challenges your existing beliefs or desires. This is the moment when many human beings experience cognitive dissonance, a state of mental discomfort that arises from having two beliefs or ideas in conflict. Many refuse to acknowledge the truth for fear of realizing that they have been deceived, or for fear of facing the possibility that their prior understanding might have been wrong. This refusal to accept the reality can lead them to continue down a path of separation, distancing themselves from the collective truth that is emerging. Change of course. A negative timeline dominated by artificial intelligence control has been interrupted and will not be allowed to advance any further. This event represents just one of the many attempts made by the dark forces to obstruct or delay the divine order that is unfolding. However, it is crucial to understand that these dark forces cannot stop or slow down the ascension process currently taking place. Divine light has enveloped the earth in its entirety, creating a protective cocoon that ensures this transition will take place as intended, regardless of the opposition it faces. Although many outcomes have been predicted, the forces of light are prepared for anything and everything that may be pursued. Revelation. As we navigate through these turbulent times, much more information is coming to light, revealing the extent and depth of the dark agenda that has infiltrated every aspect of our reality. Not only is the process of clearing this infiltration essential, but it is also imperative to break free from the control exerted by these malevolent entities. It is equally important to remain vigilant and not allow new forms of control to creep in without us realizing it. Dark forces are cunning and often operate in deceptive ways, attempting to pose as beings of positive intentions while secretly working to sabotage any positive change that may be underway. They may try to introduce subtle forms of control that can easily go unnoticed. Therefore, it is vital to adopt a mindset of observation and awareness. Do not allow your divine right to be taken away from you and resist the temptation to succumb to their deception. Manipulation. For thousands of years on Earth, humankind has been subject to various forms of control and manipulation. This pervasive control has distorted every book, every piece of knowledge, and every aspect of our history. We have made it abundantly clear that the emergence of truth revolutionizes everything. This transformation includes dismantling outdated beliefs that perpetuate a sense of separation from the divine. It's time to release any and all notions that God punishes individuals for their actions, or that God punishes those who sin against him. Such narratives were crafted as instruments of control and submission by the many kings and rulers who were manipulated by the archons, who played a significant role in distorting our sacred texts and historical accounts. This ancient manipulation is now being systematically dismantled, paving the way for a new understanding. Teachings. Many people have begun to emerge who bring to light the correct translations and teachings of the ancient masters, shedding light on the deep wisdom that has been hidden from humankind. However, with the revelation of these ancient truths, it's not just a matter of rediscovering historical knowledge, but also of the awakening that is taking place within each of you, which has allowed these truths to re-emerge. You are beginning to understand that the infinite Creator is not a distant figure, a man sitting on a cloud keeping score of our misdeeds. Instead, the Creator is omnipotent, and omniscient, existing within and around us at every moment. As this understanding expands within the human collective, those who choose to hold on to the belief of separation from God are gradually being enlightened with this truth, even if they resist accepting this wisdom. You, as beacons of truth, represent a light of hope, radiating your brilliant energy for others to discover and explore their own inherent connection to the divine. You lead the way for others to discover their truth from the divine light that resides within them. Summary by Fulford. People have been so distracted by the Trump drama that they failed to notice that Russia has made its biggest move since the fall of the Soviet Union, with the so-called declaration of war on Western European leaders, according to Benjamin Fulford. President Trump has promised Russia that the US will not interfere when it tries to drive the Nazis out of Western Europe. In addition, NATO plans to overthrow. Brussels is grappling with an outbreak of violence, including shooting in public places. There's a mistake. NATO plans to overthrow Zelensky. That's the complete phrase, but it was missing. Elon Musk's exposure of US aid is the beginning of a tidal wave. He says the Treasury has paid $100 billion annually to unidentified individuals. Trump claims this could be the biggest scandal in history. The banquet is over. Marco Rubio is cutting staff at the bureaucratic agency, retaining only 294 of the agency's 14,000 employees worldwide. In what appears to be an attempt to cover up its spending, Canada has deleted its entire public database on foreign aid spending, making it no longer available to the public. Argentina joined Italy and India in announcing it will withdraw from the World Health Organization along with the US. The question is, why are China and Russia still part of this organization? Because many of their leaders were involved in that affair. Space Force sources say Trump will not oppose the release of the Epstein files. The New York Times reported that the military is using Project Maven to revolutionize modern warfare. The program was started by Google in 2018, 7 years before its updated code of ethics went from "don't be evil" to "do the right thing." McAfee is most likely still alive, working with the coalition from a deep underground base, says a Pentagon source. Breaking news. X22 report. Trump has started a parallel economy. The end of the Fed is near. Everything Biden has done is being reversed, and the attack on gas stoves has already ended. Trump unleashes a global war against VAT, attack on the wealth tax system with the new reciprocal tariffs. The president has signed a memorandum to attack the VAT of all countries in the world. A federal judge orders the Trump administration to restore funding for foreign aid programs. Audits. According to federal audits, the amount of Social Security fraud could excess $100 billion annually. Elon Musk says the Fed could soon be audited as the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, continues to audit federal agencies and spending. It seems that the president is very pleased with Elon Musk's work. In fact, he just signed an executive order giving the Department of Efficiency more authority. Senator Ron Wyden panicked upon hearing the news of Doge's arrival. Democrats get upset as Doge enters IRS headquarters to begin investigating the agency, according to Kellen Linebarger. All kinds of people have made violent threats against Musk, and that includes a Baptist pastor in Tennessee. If this cleanup wasn't done, the system would collapse under the weight of all corruption that currently exists. Republican Robert Garcia just called Elon Musk a moron and called for bringing real guns to fight him and the administration. As large numbers of fraudulent payments begin to be cut off, there will be widespread chaos on the streets. People will shout that they want their rights, but the truth is that everyone who is legally eligible for them will still receive their checks. Elon Musk has revealed that federal employees' retirement documents are stored 230 feet underground in an abandoned limestone mine in Pennsylvania. Musk now appears to be targeting state-funded media. It's pathetic that tax dollars are being used to promote radical causes of their own. If this continues, Trump could become the second president to pay off the debt. Andrew Jackson was the first. Soros stashes millions in shale oil while promoting green credentials. Members of the deep state who championed ethnic diversity are furious about living next to Venezuelans at Guantanamo, according to Michael Baxter. Trump said in January that the most violent illegal criminals could be detained at Guantanamo while the Justice Department decides whether to try or deport them, to judge or deport them. Miscellaneous. A new very icy polar vortex in late February will damage spring flowers that are appearing in many places. Ukraine falls apart as Europe proclaims this is Putin and Trump's world now, according to Sorjafal. Argentina records 2.2% inflation in January, the lowest monthly figure since July 2020. Argentina's Undersecretary of the Environment resigns over Patagonia fires. Anniversary of the Dresden Holocaust on February 13, 1945. According to the classified documents, the purpose of the attack was to inflict maximum loss of life on the civilian population of a city swollen to the point of exceeding its capacity, and in particular to eliminate as many refugees as possible fleeing the Red Army. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.